Confederation Cup when Spain were victorious by a goal to nil when their all-time goal scorer David Villa scoring the only goal of the match. Of course, Luis de la Fuente is leading Spain today, and he's got Garcia in goal, Grimaldo, Laporte, Martin Empor in defence, Bernal and Xavi in an anchor role position, and then we've got Alex Bayana, Dani Olmo and Ferran Torres the captain, just behind Iglesias. As for Iraq, where they've got Basil in goal, Ali, Hashim, Tahsin and Doski in defence, Ismail Al-Amari in that anchor role position, and then Farji, Jassim and the captain Bayish just behind Ali Al-Hamadi, who of course he's contracted to Ipswich Town back in England. However, he's been sent on loan last season to Luton Town, who played in League One and only managed to score 5 goals for the Bedfordshire side. And he's heading back to Ipswich for next season, who they will be playing in the Premier League once again. The manager is 62-year-old Graham Arnold. Of course, he doesn't need any introductions. The Australian manager, having won plenty of trophies as manager in the A-League in Australia. And of course, he was appointed manager back in May 2025, replacing the Spaniard Jesus Casas, who was due to the bad forms and the start of the World Cup qualifying matches. But nevertheless, they managed to reach the final playoff, the Intercontinental playoff to be precise, when they beat Bolivia by 2-1 in Mexico. And that's why in the finals it was a long route for them. It wasn't that wrong for Spain, who are ranked second in the world, and of course winning tonight, that could take them up to first. Whereas Iraq, they're 57th in the FIFA ranking. Last week they played their friendly against Andorra. They won by a goal to nil. And that goal was scored by Mimi, one of the star players for Iraq. However, Spain haven't played any friendlies since March this year, when they beat Serbia by 3-0 and a 0-0 draw against Egypt. It's worth noting that the Spanish group in the World Cup includes Saudi Arabia, Cape Verde and Uruguay, whereas Iraq's group is considered to be the group of death, alongside Norway, France and Senegal. And just going through the formalities with the national anthem. I'm sure we'll be starting this game. Of course, as we mentioned, Spain, they were playing against Peru as long as they leave here to the United States. That will be the final preparation match. Most notably, few players are missing today, including Lamine Yamal, due to injuries, hoping to recover in time for the World Cup finals. He does seem to be missing a game or two for Spain. Also, Pedri is missing from the side today. And of course, Marc Bernal, the 19-year-old Barcelona player, is making his debut for his country. But he's one of the players who's been left out of the squad. Nevertheless, it's going to be a good experience for the youngster, among a few others who are on the bench as well, who haven't been picked for the final squad. It's going to be a great experience for them, facing Iraq here today. Of course, one notable player for Iraq is Ali Jassim, the 22-year-old, who plays for Como, but he was sent on loan twice last season. The first time was to Al Riyadh club in Saudi Arabia, and then the second half of the season he moved to Al Najma in Bahrain, and he seems like he'll be heading back to Como after his loan spell has finished. And of course, Como finish in the top 4. They're playing Champions League football. I'm sure that'll be exciting for the young Iraqi player. The national anthems has completed. We surely will be starting This important match, of course, is important. All friendlies are important. Spain, having won this tournament back in 2010 in South Africa, having beaten the Netherlands by a goal to nil in that final, whereas Iraq only qualified to the World Cup finals back in 1986, exactly 40 years ago. And they were in a group with Belgium, which they lost to by 2-1. Of course, Belgium finished 4th in that tournament back in 86. And they lost to Paraguay by a goal to nil. And in the final match against the host, they lost with the same scoreline. So they'll be very excited to head back into the world stage. Of course, it can't get any bigger than facing Norway, France and Senegal. Spain, of course, one of the favourites of the tournament, alongside France, Brazil and a few others. But today, they are playing with sort of the second-rated team. Of course, even with that, plenty of famous players and first-team players, alongside Dani Olmo, Alex Bayana, Torres, of course, who is the captain today, the Barcelona man, former Manchester City player. Of course, he's coming into the squad, having led Barcelona for another La Liga title. Of course, we'll be going through with some of the stats and information of all the players for both sides, Spain and Iraq. For the time being, we're just waiting for the whistle to be blown. Of course, the referee today, worth noting, is the German Florian Badestubner, who is a World Cup FIFA qualified referee. Spain, they'll be playing with their usual kit, red tops and black shorts, whereas Iraq are playing in their all-white kit. And they'll be using that kit in a couple of games. And it seemed like one of the games they were playing in green as well. That was against Senegal. As we know, Senegal do play in white as well. It's getting exciting here for the Iraqi fans. Quite of them has turned up from Baghdad and off and underway. And Spain, we were playing from right to left, and they got us kicked off and straight into Grimaldo. Still inside their own half. Of course, Spain are favourites for this game for the obvious reasons, but Iraq, doesn't matter how much goals they lose today, if they do, of course, it will be a learning curve for them, facing one of the best teams and one of the favourites. Of course, they've got a similar play as well to France, whereas Spain, they're playing Iraq, having been in the same group as Saudi Arabia. So you can see how both teams will be benefiting from that. The ball still with Laporte at the moment. Still deep inside their own half on the right-hand side. They managed to find Xavi just on the halfway line. And he's sending the ball back once more. It's about 4, 5, 6 Iraqi players inside the Spanish half. Of course, Graham Arnold, their Swedish manager, this, beg your pardon, the Australian manager, is very well known of his attacking style, but of course playing Spain, but they just gave the ball away here. The host. Now it's good play by Zaid Ismail. And the ball goes up, play can be thrown for Iraq, just inside the Spanish half on the right hand side. It's going to be taken by Hussein Ali. Plays his football with Pogon Zeszczyn in Poland, who gets the ball back on the right hand side of the penalty area, but it's passed forward. Just could not find Brahim Bayish. Ball goes got play. It's going to be a goal kick here for Spain. Definitely encouraging signs here for Graham Arnold's men. 26-year-old captain Brahim Bayish also played in Saudi Arabia before moving to Al Dhafra in the United Arab Emirates. Played to Al Quwa, Al Jawiya and Al Zawra, both two big clubs here in Iraq. Once more coming forward down the middle, but that needed great defending this time by Mark Bernal, and now Spain coming forward inside the Iraqi half. Doing very well here, Iraq, considering the difference of ranking between both sides. And now Laporte managed to cross the halfway line, coming forward. Managed to find Dani Olmo inside his centre circle. Now Martin to the right hand side. This time find Ferran Torres, who's operating on the right. Managed to find Dani Olmo inside the penalty area, but that was good defending by Akan Hashim and sends the ball out of play. It's going to be throw in for Spain on the right hand side of the penalty area. It's a great move it was for Spain. They get the ball back, still playing inside the Iraqi half. Playing just under 3 minutes, still 0-0 here in La Coruña. Pressurised to send the ball back here, Spain, all the way back to Juan Garcia. Of course, another La Liga winner with Barcelona last season, or the season has just finished. Managed to find Laporte once more, the Bilbao player. Managed to cross the halfway line, but the pass wasn't as great. Managed to get the ball back just inside the centre circle with Jean Martin, the Real Sociedad player. Lovely play here, so to the right hand side. Managed to find Ferran Torres. He got support with Pedro Porro. Decided to go against it, but still playing halfway through. Torres once more on the right hand side of the penalty area, trying to cross the ball inside the box, but it's cleared away by Ismail again as far as the halfway line. And now Laporte is being chased by Ibrahim Bajic. It was brought down. The referee has given the ball as free kick for Laporte. Of course, Bajic did start the push in that challenge, which ended with Bajic bringing down Laporte, but in the end of the day, it is a Spanish football in the end. And they started once more for the right hand side. Porro, the Spurs man, pushing the ball forward. Lovely play from Torres inside the penalty area. Cross the ball inside the 6-yard box. Cleared away by Tahsin. And now Iraq trying to get the ball out of play. But they managed just to keep it in. And they're trying to clear the ball away, and it's well blocked here by Ferran Torres. It's going to be a throw for Iraq to the left-hand side of their own penalty area. It's been taken by Merkazdowski, the 23-year-old who plays for Viktoria Plzeň in the Czech Republic. Of course, he also played for Wacker Innsbruck in Austria. The 26-year-old, he was one of the stars of the qualifying rounds for Iraq for the World Cup finals. And now here's another throw again, long throw deep inside the Spanish half, headed away by Spain. And now the ball's still up in the air, nearly fell for Al-Hamadi. And now they give the ball away, spear by mistake, and now Iraq is coming on the left-hand side of the penalty area with Jassim. Cross the ball inside the 6-yard box, but that was great goalkeeping by Juan Garcia. What a mistake here by Spain. They gave the ball away, and all of a sudden they found themselves under pressure, and it was a lovely pass from the left inside the 6-yard box, but it's a bit too much here for Ali Al-Hamadi. Now Spain once more. We played about 5.5 minutes here in La Coruña, still 0-0 to Spain and Iraq. Good size here by Iraq. It does seem like Ali Jassim, the Como player, is playing more or less down the middle, and Marco Faggi playing on the left. At this moment in time, Iraq, great interception once more. Managed to get the ball inside their own half here. They're defending quite well here at the moment. The former Asian champions back in 2007, of course, beating Saudi Arabia in the final by a goal to nil. Now scored by Yunus Mahmoud, who is now, since last week, he's been the head of the Iraqi Association. And that's another foul against Bajic. He's pushed from behind as far as the halfway line. He was against Alejandro Grimaldo. Free kick for Spain. Ronaldo, the Bayer Leverkusen player, of course, he was part of the Xavi Alonso's team, winning the Bundesliga a couple of seasons ago. And now another bad pass, this time by Bayana, but unlucky for him, the clearance by Tahsin went straight to Laporte inside their own half here. Been defending quite well here, Iraq, and now Spain down the middle, trying to find Torres, but 10 yards outside the penalty area. Switches the ball to the left. Managed to find Bayana, trying to cross the ball, and That was a great save by Basil. Brilliant play here by Bayana. Managed to cut through down the middle on the edge of the penalty area. A beautiful right-footed shot. It took slight deflection of the Iraqi defender, but it needed a brilliant dive by Ahmed Basil, the Al Shulta goalkeeper. Ball goes out of play, but a few inches on his left-hand side. That's going to be Spain's first corner of the match from the right-hand side. Brilliant goalkeeping here by the 29-year-old. He has conceded a corner, but it's a great save. He spent all his career with Al Shurta in Iraq. Can he save this corner? Cross inside the 6-yard box. He managed to punch away the ball here, the goalkeeper. On as far as Dani Elmo. Down the middle, sending the ball to the right-hand side to Porro. And the shot from Porro. Great block here by the Iraqi defender. And that was Hashim. And the referee is giving the ball. And stop play here, in fact. The German referee. Seems like it hit the legs of the German referee here, so the ball is given back to Spain here. It was as part of the rules. The ball hits the referee in any kind, even if it stayed with the same team, it has to be a drop ball, and that's exactly what just happened. But we've seen the best chance so far, that through the Atletico Madrid player Alex Bayana. That was a brilliant save as well by Ahmed Basil. Of course, Ahmed Basil won the Iraqi League 4 times with his team Al Shurta, which of course called the police, and now they're on the attack here, Iraq. That's a good play here, and managed to find Hussein Ali. He just missed the opportunity of going from the right hand side, and now the ball goes all the way back as far as the centre-back Hashim clears the ball away. Well picked up here this time by Doski. Passing the ball down the middle to Ali Jassim. Jassim, he's still coming forward, he's completely unmarked. And now the ball with Marco Fargi. Fargi trying to take around Pedro Porro. Managed to find a cross inside the 6-yard box. Headed away by Martin. The ball's still up in the air. And he goes back to Iraq again. Jassim to Fargi once more on the left-hand side of penalty area, trying to find a space. Still playing inside the Spanish half. Very encouraging signs here for Iraq. And we just hit the 10th minute mark. Still 0-0. And ball nearly found Jassim again, but it's good defending here by Pedro Porro. And Iraq gets the ball once more, deep inside the Spanish half. But the referee has given a free kick for Spain. It was a late challenge by Ali Jassim, the Como man. That's a brilliant chance here for Alex Bayana. For a minute he thought, with that slight deflection of the defender, Zaid Tahsin, the ball's going to get into the back of the net, but brilliant save by Basil diving to his right. Zaid Tahsin, of course, he used to play for Al Taliban in Iraq, but he moved to Uzbekistan, playing for Bashiktor Tashkent to improve his career. 25-year-old, but now we have to deal with this attack here by Spain on the right side of the penalty area. Glaziers inside the 6-yard box, but it's well picked up once more by Basil. Of course, Basil is only playing his 18th match for Iraq. Normally Jalal Hassan, Al Zawra player, who's normally in goal, the 35-year-old. I'm sure we might see him in the second half. The Al Zawra goalkeeper, of course. Al Zawra considered to be the most popular team in Iraq, alongside Al Shurta, which means the police in Arabic, alongside the Air Force Club, Al Quwa Jawiya, among a few other teams, of course, but these are the most notable ones. Of course, the Air Force team did win the league last week, and that's lovely ball here, managed to find Grimaldo on the edge of the penalty, down the middle to Dani Elmo. But that was great defending by the Iraqi defender. Came right in front of him here. It was Amir Al-Amari, the midfielder. Now Grimaldo with a throw in. Played it short for Dani Olmo. Lovely passes here by Spain to Dani Olmo on the left-hand side, not far off from the left-hand touchline. So this ball all the way back to Laporte inside the centre circle. It's picked up by Martin this time around, just inside the Iraqi half. Xavi. Find Ferran Torres, the captain. Lovely play forward to Pedro Porro across inside the penalty area. And this time it's picked up by Bayana. Bayana, another shot. But it's being cleared away by Iraq. In that small lack of concentration when it comes to crosses for Spain at the moment. We've already seen 2-3 crosses from both wings. And so far I didn't find anyone inside the box. Of course, Borja Iglesias, the 33-year-old Celta Vigo player. He needs to be much further ahead as far as the 6-yard box is concerned. Spain already got simply about 75% possession. And I'm sure Luis de la Fuente will be very happy with that performance so far. But Iraq also had their moments. Spain on the edge of the penalty area, and the Glazers this time got the ball, but only as far as Olmo on the left-hand side, inside the penalty area. That was great defending by Ali. And now Bassa, the keeper, clears the ball away. And as far as Martin inside the centre circle. Laporte creeping in to the left-hand side. Managed to find Grimaldo. Across by Grimaldo. Another great defending clearance, this time by Zeta Sin. Ball goes our players, will be thrown for Spain. Playing quickly by Grimaldo. Just as we mentioned early on, players like Lamine Yamal, Pedri, and a few others missing this match here tonight. La Coruña, of course, Lamine Yamal has been injured with Barcelona. They're expecting that he might be missing the first or even the first couple of games for Spain. And now who are on the attack? A match to find Torres on the right hand side of the penalty area, cross inside the box, and it goes. This time to Bayana, another chip inside the 6 yards, but straight out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. It's a lovely cross by Torres from the right, and Alex Bayana on the other end. Penalty area. Good control, it's completely unmarked, but this chip inside the 6 yard box just could not find Xavi and Iglesias, so they were too far behind. Now the ball forward here, trying to be picked up by Iraq. Good clearance, the ball still up in the air. Just inside the Iraqi half, and there's plenty of headers, plenty of clearances from both sides, and no one really keeping control of the ball, and now Iraq has. And now Al-Amari managed to find Farji. Lovely play by Farji. Passing the ball down the middle, but he wasn't more accurate here. It was great defending in the end by Bernal. And now they're coming forward. 2 against 3 here. Torres down the middle. Inside the penalty. Have the shot. And that is the first goal for Spain. And it's Ferran Torres opening the scoring for the home side. And it's the Barcelona man. They control the game. They had one big chance prior to that through Alex Bayana. But Ferran Torres has given Spain the lead in the 16th minute. Spain 1, Iraq 0. Ferran Torres picked up the ball from the halfway line, and really he was chased by 4 Iraqi players, and none of them made any sort of tackle inside the penalty area, even around the Iraqi defenders. And it's beautiful low finish. It's the left hand side of Basil, but Basil did get a touch to it. Could not prevent it from going in. Good finish here. The 26-year-old, of course, played for Manchester City. Ferran Torres, he won the Premier League back in 21 and La Liga in 2023 and 25 and 26 with Barcelona. Been a great asset for the club. Now Spain trying to defend, but Good defending in the end from the front by Ibrahim Baish, the captain. It'll be a throw-in for Spain, deep inside their own half. We have seen good glimpse here by Iraq in the first quarter now or so. Of course, now they need to do a bit more here, and they control the ball, but they just gave the ball away to Iglesias, but the ball forward just completely left by Ferran Torres. He was coming up from the offside position, and now Iraq, Amir and Amari. The left-hand side, long ball forward. Lovely play here, but in the end, it wasn't a good pass here by Baish. It's probably the third time that their captain has just gave the ball away. Now Spain in control, of course, driven by Amir and Amari. Oh, that's players trade now in Poland with Cracovia, won the league there. Just the season that just gone. And that's a lovely ball forward to the right hand side. Pedro Porro trying to go around Merkaz Doski. In the end, it was good covering here by the 26-year-old against the Tonoman. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. The young man, Amir Amari, mentioned he's playing his 33rd game. He started his career with Hampsteads. Also played for Gothenburg and Volo in Sweden, having been raised in that Scandinavian country. And so many few players as well have been coming up who've been born and brought up abroad, where they moved at a young age for Iraqi descents. Who started coming into the Iraqi squad, and Graham Allen seems to be encouraging that policy, of course. Zaidan Iqbal is one of the players as well, the 23-year-old. Started his career with Manchester United, of course, the midfielder. Zaidan Iqbal, but he never made it to the first team squad and ended up going different places. And now he's settled in the Netherlands, in the Dutch Eredivisie with Utrecht. Just hit the 20th minute mark. Spain still leading by goal to nil through Ferran Torres, but it's Iraq in possession of the ball. All the way back to the keeper, Basel. Of course, probably thinking he could have done better with that finish. Managed to get hold of the ball just got underneath his arms. It did take a slight deflection, but it didn't directly, it still went directly straight into the back of the net. I'm sure Ferran Torres won't be complaining with that. He's in the ball as well again, and now he's under pressure from Iglesias, but he managed to clear the ball away just in time. And now they give the ball away here, and it's Dani Olmo just outside the penalty area with Grimaldo. Pass forward wasn't as great, but managed to find Grimaldo again. Trying to cross the ball inside the 6-yard box. And now it's good defending in the end by Hashim. Ball did go out of the play. It seems like Grimaldo maybe couldn't keep the ball in the end with the cross. But the referee has given the penalty in the end. Is going to be Bayana taking it from the left-hand side. That's the second corner of the match with Spain. Alex Bayana with a cross inside the 6-yard box, headed away by the Iraqi defender. It goes as far as Alejandro Grimaldo inside the centre circle. Spain start again with Pedro Porro, of course. He's managed to keep Tottenham in the Premier League in the last game of the season, finishing 17th. Of course, there's rumours linking him to Real Madrid and, of course, Manchester City. Nothing materialising just yet for the 26-year-old, and is still a Tottenham player. He's on the ball once more again. Coming forward is a good pace here. Managed to find Xavi, the number 9. Lovely cross from the right to the left-hand side. Well picked up this time by Bayana. Coming forward on the left-hand side of bounty here. He got the support from Grimaldo. Grimaldo just about managed to keep the ball in, but the Iraqi players managed to clear the ball away. They're really struggling at the moment here, Iraq. I think it's quite lucky here from Zaid Ismail. Managed to get thrown in the end. Ronaldo's been very active, 30-year-old. Bayern Leverkusen player, of course, he did play with Benfica, of course, before moving to the German side back in 2023. Alejandro Grimaldo. It's fair to say that Iraq did have quite good possession. They had really good moves, especially with Marco Fargi on the left-hand side. Been very active every time he got the ball. Or if he plays for Venezia in Italy, and he'll be playing Serie A football next season, Marco Fargi. And now the ball for Spain on the edge of the penalty area, but it wasn't the best of passes by Iglesias. Cleared the ball away by Akam Hashim. Only as far as the halfway line. Spain start again. Grimaldo just inside the Iraqi half. Getting a spot from Bayana. Lovely pass inside the penalty area. And now Iglesias, he's facing away from the goalkeeper, but the linesman flagged for offside. It's going to be free kick for Iraq. Very beautiful pass from the left. Inside the penalty area. Picked up by Iglesias, but it was an offside position in the end. It was only a matter of centimetres, to be fair, away from the head of the Iraqi defender. So far, it's fair to say that Marco Fargi has been one of the shining players. He's been really good players here, and now managed to find Ismail for Iraq to Ali Jassim deep inside the Spanish half on the left-hand side, trying to find support. He's been harassed here by Spain, and they managed to get the ball off them. And now Spain on the attack inside the centre circle with Iglesias. Ali Jassim was complaining that he was pushed. It's fair to say that he was right in front of the referee's nose and saw nothing wrong with it. Spain only leading by a goal to nil at the moment. Of course, few games happening as well today as far as the friendlies are concerned. And France, who are in the same position, same group as Iraq, after 80 minutes, still 0-0 at home against Ivory Coast. Spain once more inside the 6-yard box by Grimaldo. Good defending here, but they're getting the chance. Alex Bayana from the left-hand side, but the cross goes up in the air and then out play. It's going to be a goal kick for Spain. It's a lovely pass from Grimaldo, but it's well blocked by Zaytasi just on the edge of the 6-yard box. 80% possession here for Spain, 20 to Iraq. But like we said, we have seen a few moments here. Playing deep inside their own half here, the Lions of Mesopotamia. And that's their nickname, the Iraqi national side. Managed to get the throw in the end. It's good defending here by Mark Benal, the 19-year-old. Played by Merkaz Doski. Switching the ball down the middle to Zayd Tassin. Lovely ball forward. Managed to find the captain Bayish. Can he find a good pass here? He managed to do so this time. Managed to find Ali on the right-hand side. He'd be quite disappointed here, Brian Bayish, being captain, and so far only 1 out of 4 passes that he managed to find his colleagues. But now Iraq coming from the left-hand side. Merkaz Doski managed to cross the halfway line to Ali Jassim. Managed to find Fargi once more. Iraq can control the ball at the moment. It's been a while since we see them coming through from the making good positioning here inside the Spanish half. It's fair to say we haven't seen Ali Al-Hamadi yet, the Ipswich Town player. Of course, as we mentioned, he was on loan for Luton Town. Lug ball forward, picked up by, this time by Fargi on the left-hand side. Across the ball, it's an equaliser for Iraq. Merkaz Doski equalises for Iraq out of nowhere. What a goal for the Lions of Mesopotamia. And they took Juan Garcia by surprise. If Spain won, Iraq won. What a goal. The ball forward picked up by Merkaz Doski from the left-hand side of the penalty area. 20 yards out. He saw Garcia out of his goal line. And the lovely shot towards goal. And Garcia just managed to get a touch into it. But Doski have leveled things up. Spain won. Iraq won. And he conceded disappointment on Juan Garcia's face. What a goal for the Victoria Pilsen man. Just say early on, he was one of the stars of the Iraqi side through the qualifications round. And he hasn't disappointed so far here in La Coruña, equalising for the Lions of Mesopotamia. What a beautiful goal. It was a great intelligence as well, seeing Garcia, but the ball was outside the penalty area from the left-hand side of it. And it was always going to be hard to beat any goalkeeper from that kind of possession. So it's fair to say his intelligence definitely beat Juan Garcia. We just hit the 28th minute mark. Spain won, Iraq won. Ferran Torres in the 60th minute for Spain. Just before Melkadowski, the left back, scoring in the 26th minute. Spain once more. Starting from the right hand side, lovely ball for Dani Olmo, it's shot from Olmo, great save by Basil. It was from 8 yards out from the right hand side of the 6-yard box, but it needed another heroic goalkeeping here by Basil. But in the end, they couldn't keep the ball in. Spain. The ball goes out of play, it's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. Of course, we did mention that France, who were the same group as Iraq, playing the Ivory Coast, still 0-0 in that game after 22 minutes. And as far as Spain is concerned, still feeling a bit shocked here with that equaliser by Iraq. Of course, early on today, Sweden drew 2-2 to Greece. Iran have beaten Mali by 2-0. And now Spain once more. This is from Grimaldo. Managed to find Laporte deep inside the Iraqi half across inside the penalty area. Only managed to find a goal scorer, Goski. Lovely play here. Managed to flick the ball over Ferran Torres. And now Iraq coming on the attack. But that was good defending in the end. It needed Pedro Porro all the way back inside his own half, picking the ball right in front of Ali Jassim. Great defending by the Tona man. Of course, they have got plenty of substitutes, Spain, and they'll be definitely trying more players. That's what a friendly's for. Now they're trying to move forward this time through Torre, but they gave the ball away, picked up by Zaid Ismail. But again, this time Spain pick up the ball. Dani Olmo down the middle. Good clearance here by Hussein Ali. Again, it goes just as far as the halfway line. Spain had the 3 attempts on target, managed to score the 1 from Torres so far. Iraq only the 1 on target and managed to get the goal. Beautiful goals, got the chance to see it by Melkadowski. And now they're trying to defend here through Ali, managed to clear the ball away. And now Jassim is chasing the ball. This time it's good defending here by Jean Martin. Good defending here by the 20-year-old. Managed to find Laporte on the left-hand side. Plenty of Iraqi players at the moment inside the Spanish half, but lovely play here by Spain. Managed to find the space. And this time with Bernal inside the centre circle. Dani Olmo creeping forward, switching the ball to the right-hand side. Managed to find his captain, Ferran Torres, who just played 31 minutes, just on the quarter hour to go. Spain won, Iraq won. And it's Dani Olmo switching the ball down the middle. Lovely play in the edge of the penalty area by Torres. Good defending here by Iraq, but still getting the ball back here, Spain. It was a free kick for Spain, but the referee played the advantage, and now Laporte switching the ball to the left-hand side to Grimaldo. Grimaldo just facing Brian Bayish, just couldn't find any space. Coming the ball down the middle this time for Dani Olmo. Olmo taking on one player, still creeping forward, managed to find a space for Grimaldo. Grimaldo crossing inside the 6-yard box. Great flick on here by Hashim. And now Spain inside the penalty area with Porro. He was brought down, but the referee says play on. And Porro is still complaining here, but Iraq now, they're coming on the counter-attack. And that's going to be the first yellow card of the match. And it's going to be against Mark Bernal. It's the Iraqi player. managed to go around Bernal. 21, Marco Fargi. Bernal pulling his shirt back all the way down to the ground. Free kick, any yellow card here. Pedro Porro still complaining. Game has resumed now, but the 26-year-old Tottenham man is not happy with not being given anything inside the penalty box. Nevertheless, Iraq has got the ball just inside their own half on the left-hand side. Mirkat Doski, the goal scorer. Lovely passes here by Iraq. Managed to find Ali Jassim. It's great defending by Jean Martin. Of course, we might see two Iraqis playing in Serie A next season. Ali Jassim with Como and Marco Fargi with Venezia. Of course, Iraq previously only had the one player who ever played for Serie A. That was Ali Adnan 15 years ago. He's come towards the end of his career, Ali Adnan. He was man of the match, in fact, in the World Cup under-19s finals in the game against England when Harry Kane and Co were playing at the time. And it stands, we just hit the 34th minute mark, and it's Spain 1, Iraq 1. Now Spain on the attack, passing the ball down the middle. The ball was still Ferran Torres. Lovely switch to the left to Grimaldo. Grimaldo managed to get across inside the 6-yard box. The header by Alex Bayana goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick here for Iraq. It's fair to say that the left-hand side, especially where Grimaldo and Alex Bayana is operating, there's been a lack of cover here by the Iraqi right back. Especially when they counter-attack, they seem to find a lot of spaces here, the Spaniards. And now it's Ali Jassim switching the ball to the left-hand side, managed to find Marco Fargi. Fargi, lovely ball forward to Ali Jassim, just on the left-hand side of the penalty area, trying to find some small space. He was pushed back inside the centre circle with Said Ismail, and now Iraq switching the ball to the right-hand side to Hussein Ali. Passing the ball down the middle. I think that was the first touch for Al Hamadi, but he gave the ball away, and now Spain trying to go on a counter-attack. Now Al Hamadi's face chasing Gavi. No luck in that. Took quite a while for Al Hamadi to get his first touch. Played about 35 minutes now. 10 minutes to go here in La Coruña. Spain 1, Iraq 1. Torres in the 16th minute for the hosts. And Doski, left back, equalising for Iraq in the 27th minute. Beautiful shot from outside the penalty area from the left-hand side. A very cute angle, I must say. But he managed to... He was looking, you can see he was looking at Juan Garcia's positioning. He was about 3-4 yards away from his goal line. Great intelligence by the 26-year-old left back for Iraq. But now they have to deal with Spain, who are attacking from the right-hand side. Cross inside the box, headed away by Hashim. And now Iraq with Doski again. The referee is given a free kick here for Iraq. The referee wasn't happy with something here by the Spanish side. Well, as far as Spain is concerned, when it comes to the substitutes, plenty of players. Mikel Merino just came back from injury, of course. Was part of the Arsenal winning side for the Premier League in the first time in 22 years. Just a couple of weeks ago, losing finals as well in the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain last weekend. Of course, he's one of few players on the bench alongside Gonzalo Garcia, Torrientes, Kabasi, Marcos Llorente as well, and Pabel. Of course, Unai Simon, the experienced goalkeeper, and Eric Garcia, of course, he's also on the bench for Spain today. They're controlling the ball at the moment. Xavi, lovely switch onto the right, but it's just a bit too much here for Pedro Porro. And now it's picked up by Iraq, and it's Doski again. It's been everywhere. Lovely play here. Imagine go 2-3 players here, and then in the end it was brought down, and it's going to be another yellow card for Spain. And this time it's against Xavi. 2 yellow cards for Spain so far in the first half. It was Marco Fargi again who was causing enormous amount of problems for the Spanish side. He managed to got 2 Spanish players yellow carded. Great skills by the 22-year-old. He definitely seems like he's got plenty of football to come from him in the future for Iraqi football. Of course, we played in Valencia, and he was one of the reasons why they got promoted from Serie B. Season had just gone. Started his career in Norway. Strom Gustet. He's been with Valencia since 2023, and of course he's playing in the 11th game for Iraq. Definitely seems to be a great addition here by Graham Arnold. He's been causing a lot of havoc here as far as Spain is concerned. Twice. Beautiful skills, managing going through around a few players, beating as they were not there, and might be the wild card for Iraq in the finals. And now Spain. Alex Bayana coming forward on the left hand side, trying to cut through down the middle. Bayana switching the ball to the right, managing to find Ferran Torres on the right hand side of the penalty area. Torres trying to go around the player, chipped the ball inside the penalty area, headed away by Bayish. Only as far as halfway through the Iraqi half, and Spain starts again. Grimaldo, Bayana, cross the ball inside the penalty area. A big tap this time by Xavi, trying to cross inside the box. But it's great defending here by Iraq. But they lost the ball in the edge of the penalty area. Wasn't the best of passes by Iglesias. They lost it again, a shot by Torres. And now it was a great save by Basel again. What a chance for Spain to retake the lead. And Torres nearly scored his second goal. What a diving save again by our Shota keeper, Ahmed Basel. He jumped up the air. Great save, and it hit the crossbar as well on the way. But nevertheless, it's going to be Spain's third corner. It's be Bayana once more from the left-hand side with a cross inside the penalty area. Shot from Dani Olmo goes way over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick here for Spain, for Iraq in fact. Just got about 5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time to the end of the first half. And it's fair to say that the positions for Spain has been much more superior in comparison to Iraq. But Iraq managed to get an equaliser here, and now Xavi coming forward down the middle. He's complained that he was brought down by Al-Amari, but the referee says nothing wrong with it. But Spain easily got the ball back. This time, second time around, Dani Olmo managed to get the free kick. Played quickly for Xavi. Switching the ball to the right hand side, this time with Ferran Torres halfway through inside the Iraqi half to Pedro Porro. Well, Graham Arnold will be the happier man, but the ball inside the penalty area from the right hand side, just a bit too much in for Xavi. Well, it's a good idea by Ferran Torres, but it's a bit sort of a heavy touch, heavy pass here by the Spanish captain tonight. And the goal kick played quickly here. There's about 2-3 players here from Spain inside the penalty area, but managed to find the space. But they just gave the ball away again here. Iraq, Xavi, down the middle for Ferran Torres on the edge of the penalty area, still coming forward, but the pass really let him down in the end. Now Iraq coming from the left-hand side through Ali Jassim. Great defending this time by Bernal. And now he's coming forward, not far from the right-hand side of the penalty area. But that is, in the end, it was good defending by the retrieving Ali Jassim. And now he's coming forward here. The Como man managed to find Fargi. Fargi coming forward against Jean-Martin. Passing the ball down the middle to Bayish. And a shot from Bayish. It just goes wide. Very ambitious shot, to be fair, by the Iraqi captain tonight. From 23, 24 yards out. It was a low shot in the end. Definitely like quite a lot of power as well. It was about probably 4 or 5 yards to Juan Garcia's Ryan post. We're inside the last 3 minutes of the first half. Still Spain 1, Iraq 1. Torres and Mekhatowski goal scorers. They definitely had improved their position in Iraq. I'm just looking at the stats, and Spain now are 70%. And Iraq 30 or 25 till the time that Doski scored the goal. That was in the 27th minute. It has been improvements, but they gave the ball away so many times. So it's fair to say here that Iraq have been quite lucky, but Hamadi getting the loose ball here, coming through down the middle. He's surrounded by 4 players here from Spain, but managed to find a space. And in the end, sending the ball to the left-hand side. We'll find a space here in the end. Farji. Marco Farji, now Zaid Tassin inside their own half here, and now is under pressure here by Hashim. Of course, Hashim, the 27-year-old. Lovely ball forward to Hamadi. 1-1 with the keeper, but the linesman is flagged for offside against Ali Al-Hamadi. Of course, he was one of the players who scored for Iraq in that final playoff against Bolivia when they won by 2-1. Ali Al-Hamadi was one of the goal scorers. He nearly just about beat the offside trap, but failed to do so. And now Spain coming forward again. Torres, Pedro Porro on the right hand side of the penalty area. 2 Iraq players in front of him, couldn't find a space, and now just down the middle here, picked up by Laporte. Laporte sending the ball to Iglesias. Side the centre circle this time round with Jean Martin. Spain. Long ball towards Martin, and now Iglesias trying to have the shot. And now it's good defending by Hussein Ali. The referee has given a free kick for Iraq. It's a lovely ball towards Dani Olmo, who flicked the ball forward inside the penalty area. Hussein Ali came out of nowhere right in front of 33-year-old Borja Iglesias. The linesman did flag for offside in the end. It wouldn't have counted. Now it's going to be free kick taken by the keeper, Ahmed Bassel, who surely saved Iraq twice at least. 2 big chances, 2 great saves by the 29-year-old Ashurta defender, goalkeeper. Of course, he won the Iraqi League with Ashurta in the last 4 seasons, not including this one. It was won by the Air Force Club. So far, he's doing very well here for Iraq. Definitely could be much more worse. Possession here, Iraq, but Merkadowski, lovely play. Man to force Farji on the left-hand side of the penalty area for Iraq. Trying to go around Porro, trying to cross. Good block here by Tonaman. It's going to be thrown here for Iraq. In fact, the referee has just blown his whistle here in La Coruña. Spain opened the scoring in the 16th minute from Ferran Torres before Merkadowski scoring beautiful goal from the left-hand side of the penalty area in the 27th minute, beating Juan Garcia, who's way out of his line. Great finish by the left back. It's half-time here in La Coruña. Spain 1, Iraq 1. sure we'll be starting his second half here. The scoreline is 1-0 here. Ferran Torres scoring in the 16th minute for Spain before Merkas Doski equalising for Iraq in the 27th minute in spectacular fashion. It seems we're going to see quite a few substitutions here. Payne giving the formation and substitutions very, very shortly. Definitely see a few faces here on the Spanish side. Just waiting for the confirmation of the players who will be coming off for the host. Also going to see if Iraq will be making any substitutions for the second half. Looks like Xavi has come off, is one of the players has come off for Spain. Also number 22 for Iraq. There's quite a few substitutions, I'm going to wait and see. The whole of the players making the substitutions first. Iraq is also making a couple of substitutions. It looks like Ayman Hussein, the 30-year-old goal scorer, scoring 31 goals in 79 matches for Iraq. It's going to be his 80th match. Definitely one of the superstars. They'll be waiting for the second half here, Iraq. There's been plenty as well for Spain. It's going to be Iraq getting us off and underway in the second half. They're playing from right to left. Number 8 for Spain, Gonzalo Garcia, the Real Madrid player, the 22-year-old, on the field. Also, Iraq seems like Basel is coming off. The goalkeeper has been replaced by Jalal Hassan in goal. Did mention the 35-year-old veteran playing his 88th match for his country tonight. And also, number 4, Eric Garcia has come on as well for Spain. In fact, Xavi's still on, and Xavi is now the captain. Off the side, and off we go, and Iraq gets off and underway. And as we mentioned, they're playing from right to left. This time managed to find Fauji, but they gave the ball away, and now Spain coming on a counter-attack. 3 coming through down the middle. They have the shot, and that just went just wide by Spain. And it was the substitute, Jesus, 25. What a great chance here for Spain. Jesus Rodriguez, the Real Betis player, is also making his debut today. And what a debut would have been. Not even a minute gone inside the second half. His shot from 20 yards out goes about a yard towards the right-hand side. Now Spain starting once more. Starting from the right-hand side. Or down the middle at the moment. So trying to get all these substitutions in Spain for both sides. Been plenty of them at the moment. As expected when it comes to friendlies. Now Spain, long ball forward towards the left-hand side. The referee has given a free kick for Iraq. Pino, Jeremy Pino, number 11. He's been caught in the offside position, deep inside the Iraqi half. Now Iraq starting from the left-hand side. Merkas Doski, the goal scorer, managed to find an Amari, long ball forward, trying to find the substitute Hussein, but it's good defended here by Spain. trying to go deep inside the Iraqi halves, picked up by Xavi, switching the ball to the left-hand side. This time trying to be kept in by Spain, but it's good defending in the end by the Iraqi player. Looks like it's Ahmed Qasim is one of the players that's come on. Number 11. Now Pedro Porro is one of the players on the field at the moment. This time, of course, with a 1-0 scoreline, it's not good enough for Spain. Okay, Ferran Torres, Iglesias, Olmo and Laporta and Grimaldo all come off, and now they're on attack. Here's Spain. He had the shot from the edge of the penalty area through Jeremy Pino. He took a deflection here by the Iraqi player. The referee hasn't made his decision yet. I think it seems like he did hit Alex Bayan on the way, or Hashim the defender. Played just over 3 minutes here. It is going to be a corner for Spain. Fourth corner of the match from the left-hand side. Spain with a cross inside the box and it just goes wide. That's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. Number 16, Martin, just outside the 6-yard box. Benatar jumped the defender. Couldn't direct it towards goal. Garcia, number 17, Gomez. Pino, Gonzalo Garcia and Jesus Rodriguez, just to confirm these are the players that have come on for Spain. For Iraq is only Ayman Hussein and Jalal Hassan, the great goalkeeper. They replaced Ahmed Basil, who had a really good half and a couple of good saves, and Ali Al-Hamadi, 24-year-old, the Ipswich Town man. And now Iraq coming forward, this time from the left-hand side. Doski to Hashim down the middle. Pushing the ball to the right-hand side. And now Iraq managed to get inside the penalty area. The ball goes to the right-hand side, trying to find Bayish. It's well cleared here by Gomez. Good defending here by Spain, trying to keep the ball in, and now Iraq gets the ball down the middle with Al-Amari, deep inside the Spanish half. Well picked up by Doski. Good play here by Iraq. And not far from the left-hand side to Ali Jassim, to Murski inside the 6-yard box, and that was well picked up in the end by Garcia. Good move here by the goal scorer, Doski. Lovely cross from the edge of the 6th penalty area. This time, Garcia managed to get to the end of it. Of course, he was way off his line when Doski scored that equaliser for Iraq in the first half. And I'm sure Garcia have learned his lesson from that. Now Spain. Sergio Gomez down the middle, still inside their own half. Spain. Long ball forward towards the right-hand side. It was picked up by Jesus Rodriguez. He has substitute. Cross the ball inside the penalty area, but the ball goes out of play. It's going to be goal kick for Iraq. Now Iraq got a player injured. Looks like it's number 21. Marco Fauci, 22-year-old, is down. Of course, he has been one of the stars of the first half. Standing up, I'm sure he's going to be assessed. I think he slipped right in front of Rodriguez, and thus caused a problem for him. There's no exception by the Spanish player, but now Spain get the ball back here straight away. But they gave the ball away to Hussein. Literally both sides at the moment giving the ball, in the end the Iraqis get the ball. Ali, long ball forward, trying to find Hussein in the edge of the penalty area. He headed the ball back to Jassim, but it's well intercepted in the end by Martin. They get the free kick in the end. Is the foul by Ismail on the captain Xavi. It's going to be free kick for Spain, deep inside their own half. It's literally a couple of yards away from the German referee for tonight's match. Now Spain starting once more from the left-hand side. The ball straight out of play and picked up this time through Iraq down the middle through Ali Jassim, but it's Garcia considered the free kick here for Spain. Garcia, the Barcelona man, against the Coma man, Ali Jassim, and now Iraq from the back from Hashim. Managed to find Tahsin. Tahsin, long ball forward through down the middle. Good cross here, and it's well picked up this time by Ismail. Now McIntosh is being involved. Long cross towards the right hand side, but it's well intercepted by Garcia again. And now it's being chased this time by Iraq. It's good play here by Bayesh. Lovely play, trying to go around the defender. It's good defending in the end. Spain is going to be throwing for Iraq on the right hand side of the penalty area. Well picked up here by the captain Ibrahim Bayesh. Of course, it's half-time in the other game between France and Ivory Coast, and France are leading by a goal to nil. Put by Ryan Cherki. Now it's a throw-in for Iraq. Plenty of players congregating inside the penalty area. Goes out of play for a corner. Iraq's first corner played inside the 6-yard box as Garcia trying to clear the ball away, and in the end he needed some sort of support. The ball goes out, play is going to be thrown for Iraq. It's complete mayhem inside the 6-yard box, especially for Garcia, but in the end he needed the help from his colleagues, and they managed to do so. Iraq, long ball through down the middle, try to find Ali Jassim again, but the ball goes out, play is going to be goal kick for Spain. That was a bit of a let-off here because Garcia trying to clear the ball away, managed to punch it first time round and hit Hussein, then second time round trying to clear the ball away and he hit the Iraqi player. Well, I think he's quite a bit lucky here. There's no VAR, of course. That would count it differently if that was the competitive match, of course. Now Spain inside their own half here with Garcia down the middle. Out by number 15 Bayana. Seems to be playing his more central role at the moment. He was playing on the left wing, and now the ball forward has been chased this time by Poro and Dusky, but good defending here by the Iraqi player, and Jalal Hassan clears the ball away in the end from that back pass. This will be a throw in for Spain to the right side. Jalal Hassan, the goalkeeper, now he's the captain of the side, taking over from Ibrahim Bayesh. He is normally the regular goalkeeper for Iraq, Jalal Hassan. Now Spain gets the ball back. Still playing inside their own half at the moment. It's picked up by Eric Garcia. Pass it was Farsi halfway line. 35 minutes to go. 1-1 here between Spain and Iraq, and the ball picked up this time by Jidas Rodriguez on the right hand side of the penalty area to Pedro Porro. Will have the cross. Good interception here by Hashim. And now Iraq. Long ball forward trying to go on a counter attack, but it's just a bit too much here for Hussein. Garcia can way out outside this penalty area. Spain once more. Starting down the middle. Starting from Bernal. Mash across the halfway line. Goes to the left hand side here for Spain. Bernal once more inside his centre circle. Switching the ball to the right hand side. Managed to find Pedro Porro. Down the middle. This time he managed to find Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to go around the defender. He managed to do so, but not second time round. It was good defending here by Marco Fargi. And now Iraq trying to go through down the middle. Picked up by the big man himself, Ayman Hussein. He gets the ball back. Lovely flick on here. And Iraq trying to go on a counter-attack from the right-hand side. All of a sudden, plenty of Spanish players meant to get the ball back inside their own half. Jassim. Jamaica Dosky on the left-hand side. He lost the ball, and now it's picked up by Rodriguez, and now Rodriguez coming with space. He sends the ball down the middle, then it's a late challenge in the end by the Iraqi player. Ismail is going to get a yellow card for Iraq. It's a late challenge, sending the Spanish player diving against, that was challenge against Alex Bayana. Very dangerous challenge. When you see it second time around, he's literally wrapped up his legs between them. Zaid Ismail. Bayana does seem to be okay. To escape with a yellow. We already had 3 yellows so far in this match. It's going to be a free kick, half through inside the Iraqi half. More towards the right hand side, and Pedro Porro been asked to take the free kick. In fact, he left it to be taken by 17 for Spain. 38 Gomez plays it short. It goes to Rodriguez on the right hand side. Lovely play. Bayana cross inside the 6-yard box, and what a miss by Spain. Lovely play all round, and in the end managed to find the Real Madrid striker Gonzalo Garcia inside the 6-yard box. What a one with the keeper. First touch, but he plays it over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick here for Iraq, but Gonzalo Garcia is not happy. He's not happy at all. He felt like he was touched from behind. Now we're going to see Bernals coming off for Spain. Likewise for Xavi. Also Alex Bayana and Martin. They're all coming off here for Spain. Torrientes is one of the players that have just come on. Trying to get the rest of the substitutions here for you. Torrientes, number 21, is on for Spain. But 4 or 5 Xavi's come off as well. We're now on the ball here. And Xavi Guerrera, number 19, he's on the ball now from the right hand side. Guerrera, he lost the ball, but the ball goes out, played in the end by Iraq. And Pubel has just come on as well for Spain. And I can see Iraq, they're ready to make about 6 substitutions in the second half. They only made 2 at half time. Now Spain have quite a lot of young blood at the moment on the field. The remaining half an hour or so, of course, scoreline still 1-0 here between Spain and Iraq. Both goals in the first half. And now Spain from the left-hand side with Gomez. Coming through, this time through Garcia. And a shot from outside the penalty area by Bayana, still on the field. Now he's taking the captaincy on the shoulders. Sort of deflection, straight the keeper with Jalal Hassan. Long ball forward, trying to find Hussein. It's well defended here by Spain. It was a handball as well used by the big centre forward for Iraq, Ayman Hussein. Of course, he played for so many teams in his career inside Iraq, and of course in Qatar, and also with Raja Casablanca in Morocco, and now he plays a trade with Al-Garma. 26 goals the season just gone for his side. And you put out Torrientes and Guerrera has come on for Spain. That's definitely the confirmation. Now Iraq made plenty of substitutes. Zaid Tassim is one of the players that come off. Likewise, Akram Hisham. They're both centre-backs. And also the goal scorer, Amerika Doski, has come off, being replaced by Ahmad Yahya, number 15. And Zidane Iqbal, former Manchester United player, has come on. And Sulaka, number 2, has come on as well. So there's plenty of substitutions here for the Iraqi national side. Ismail, of course, the midfielder, has come off. And that's why Iqbal has replaced the current Utrecht player. Al Amari, another player plays in Europe, has been replaced by Kevin Yakub, another player plays for Europe. And now Rodriguez on the right hand side of the penalty area. It's just a bit too much. And that was good defending in the end by the Iraqi defender who just came on. Bin Sulaka. Marco Fargi, the Venezia players come off, and number 11, Ahmed Qasim, who plays in the United States himself with Nashville in the MLS. He's going to feel at home, play for Iraq in the World Cup. He moved last season from the champions at the time, Al Shurta, having won 3 Premier League titles with the Iraqi side, and then they moved to the United States. And the 23-year-old, one of the futures of the Iraqi football. We'll see what he can do here at the moment. And of course, Manaf Yunus, another defenders who will also have come on for Spain, but Iraq. But Spain coming forward, and Guerrero just couldn't keep the ball in, and now Iraq once more. And it's Yunus, his first touch of the match, passes the ball down on the right-hand side, near the wings. Trying to be kept here by Bayish, but the ball was well defended here by Spain, inside the centre circle. Torrientes to Mark Pobel, came on just a few moments ago, to Pedro Porro, so far one of the surviving players from the start of the match. Now Rodriguez, still playing deep inside the Iraqi half, and it was a nice flick on by Guerrero, but ball being straight to the head of Porro, and now Iraq trying to go from the right hand side, and now Zaidan Iqbal managed to find his colleague Ahmed Yahya, playing as a left back. Another Al Shurta players, plenty Al Shurta players of course, and the Air Force players, and now Iraq across from the right hand side, but it just could not reach Hussein. Now Spain comfortably controlling the ball inside their own half here. Still deep inside their own half. Garcia. Bayana is playing a deeper role at the moment, switching the ball to the right hand side. Managed to find Pedro Porro. He's a bit under pressure here by the number 11, Ahmed Qasim, the Nashville player. And now Garcia switching the ball just inside the Iraqi half on the left hand side. It's picked up by Yeremy Pino. And now once more, they're trying once more, this time for Iraq from the right hand side. Here's Spain. It's well intercepted by Qasim right in front of Rodriguez, and now Iraq trying to come on a counter attack. And a Sulaka inside the Spanish half. On the left hand side, picked up by Yahya. Yahya to Kevin Yakub. Lovely pass inside the edge of the penalty area, trying to find the number 17. And that was Ali Jassim. And they kept the ball, Iraq here from the right hand side. Iraq with a cross inside the penalty area, cleared away by Garcia. Only as far as Rabin Sulaka, who's playing a central role at the moment, alongside Munaf Yunus, 2 centre backs. Of course, Kevin Yakub plays for in Denmark, and Aarhus, having moved from Gothenburg back in 2022, dual nationality as well, along so many others as well. And the ball up in the air, and the referee has given a free kick. In fact, he decided against it. It was Yakub. He jumped all over Pedro Porro, but the possession was for Spain. Of course, they're in control of the ball at the moment with Mark Pabil to Bayana. Torrientes, Beñat Torrientes. And now they're trying to start from the left-hand side here, Spain. And now Yeremy Pino, lovely cross to the right-hand side. Managed to find Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to keep the ball, send the ball back to Porro. Still not far off from the penalty area, and Porro couldn't find a space. And now Pabil's playing up the field at the moment, trying to create more pressure here on the Iraqi side. Spain are definitely looking for that second goal. And that's a long ball inside the penalty area for Spain. Trying to go around the defender here, but this time managed to find Pino. And Spain get the ball back this time from Gomez. To Pino, to Alex Bayana. Lovely pause inside the goalkeeper. What a over the keeper. What a miss by Yeremy Pino. What a miss. for the Spaniard. It was a lovely pass forward by Alex Bayana. In my opinion, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he blasts the ball to the left-hand side of Hassan's left-hand post. But looking at the replay, I don't think it'll be counted. We've got an offside position. We're going to see another substitution here for Spain. It's going to be Alex Bayana, who in the end is coming off. Be replaced by Mikel Merino, one of the Arsenal stars last season, who also played as a centre forward for Arsenal, scoring plenty of goals for them when they needed one up front over the last couple of seasons. And he also taken up the captaincy here for Spain for the remainder of the game. But Iraq coming forward from the left, and push in the end on Ahmed here by Pedro Porro, but the referee says play on. Is going to be thrown for Spain. They play quickly here by the Tottenham man. Match mind Mark Pabil, the Atletico Madrid player, is also making his debut here for Spain. Plenty of debutants by, of course, Spain did give a few players a rest, including Pedri, Nico Williams, and Lamine Yamal. Of course, Lamine Yamal is out with an injury, and as we mentioned earlier, he might be missing the first, maybe even the second Spanish game in the World Cup finals. Spain have got so much talent in their squad, in their depth, and now they're on the ball from the right hand side. Well picked up here by Porro. Managed to find Rodriguez, send the ball back to Porro inside the penalty area to Mikel Merino, to Rodriguez again, cross the ball inside the 6-yard box. Good defending in the end, this time by Rubin Solaka. And now they're trying to keep the ball in here, Iraq. Only as far as Merino. Cross the ball inside the 6-yard box. Cleared away by Younes. It's Spain again. But Younes once more just on the edge of his own penalty area. It was good defending here by the defender. But in the end, it was a free kick against Xavi Guerrero on Ali Jassim. Just inside half the Iraqi half. It was a late challenge from behind against the Como man. Just to remind, it's still 1-0 here in La Coruña. Ferran Torres scoring for Spain in the 16th minute, and Doski in the 27th minute. Of course, both sides only met once back in 2009. And that was in the Confederation Cup, and when David Villa scoring the only goal of the match. Of course, Villa, Spain's top goal scorer, with 59 goals for Spain. And now they give the ball away here, and now Ali Jassim managed to find Ahmed Qasim from the left hand side. He's got support with Yahya. He managed to use it, and goes to Qasim again, and Najmi player trying to cross the ball, but that was good defending here by Rodriguez, and it's going to be second corner here for Iraq. We're inside the last 20 minutes of the match. It's going to be taken from the left-hand side. It looks like Yahya is having a word with some of the medical staff. It's going to be Ali Jassim with a cross inside the 6-yard box, headed away by Pabil. It goes as far as Yahya, not far off from the Spanish penalty area. Now inside the centre circle, Iqbal to Baish, one of the few surviving players from the start of the match. And Iraq is in control of the position at the moment. Managed to find Yahya again. He just gave the ball. He just kicked the ball out of play. Ahmed Yahya has gone down injured. So we have got a stoppage of play here. He kicked the ball away and went down. Of course, we always talk about Real Madrid and Barcelona with El Clasico, the famous El Clasico in the world. But if you know, Iraq have got their own El Clasico. And that's normally between Al Zawra and Al Quwa Jawiya, or the Air Force in English. Every time they play, they call it the Iraqi Clasico. Of course, massive influence of Spanish football in Iraq. I think it's fair to say most of the population, many of them, millions of them, are the Barcelona or Real Madrid. And now Bayesh is coming off, and Yusuf Amin, number 7, has come on. He used to play in Germany with Eintracht Braunschweig and also played in Feyenoord. He moved to Cyprus, playing for AEK Larnaca. There's also substitution here for Spain. And it's going to be Juan Garcia's coming off, likewise with Pedro Porro. And Xavi Rodriguez is coming on. And Leo Roman, the Real Oviedo goalkeeper, he's on. He's also making his debut for Spain. Of course, he joined from Mallorca back in 2022. Of course, Real Oviedo finished bottom of La Liga last season. And that's a long ball forward, trying to find Hussein, but it's well intercepted here by Marc Pobel. And now Spain trying to start from the left-hand side. Down the middle, lovely play, picked up by Guerra, coming forward, managed to cross the halfway line, but great interception here by the Iraqi player. And now Ayman Hussein just inside the Spanish half on the right hand side. Just going to find a space here, the big man. And looks like Ahmed Yahya has been substituted here for Iraq. He was a substitute as well, only lasted 12 minutes. Has been replaced by Mustafa Sadoun. Quite premature ending here for the Iraqi left back. Of course, Mustafa Sadoun normally plays on the right hand side. And he's on the ball now at the moment with Ahmed Kassan. Lovely play here by the Najmi player. Managed to go around the player, get inside the centre circle. Now the ball switched to the left. Just looked like it's Franz Butchers also has come on here for Iraq. And now they've got the possession on the left hand side of the penalty area. Jassim to Amin. Yusuf Al Amin on the left hand side, trying to go across the ball inside the penalty area in Iraq, trying to keep the ball in, but in the end it's well captured here by Spain, and Mikel Merino have to interfere here. They're trying to get out the outside on penalty area. They need to be careful here. They've been chased by so many Iraqi players, and now Spain in the end managed to keep control of the ball. Keep inside their own half here with Xavi Guerrera. Now Spain, of course, we're inside the last quarter now here in La Coruña, still 1-0 between Spain and Iraq. And that's expected. We have seen plenty of substitution, of course. Previous to this, Iraq played Andorra a few days ago. They've been by a goal to nil. Of course, the goal scorer Mimi is not playing today. And as far as Spain is concerned, the last friendlies were in March, beating Serbia by 3-0 and drawing 0-0 with Egypt, but now in control with the ball on the right hand side with Rodriguez. And now Torrientes. Garcia passes the ball, managed to find Jeremy Pino, but it's just a bit too much here. For the number 11, the ball goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. It wasn't a bad pass here by Pina Torrientes. Of course, playing for Real Sociedad, also making his debut. The 24-year-old had a great season, finishing in the top half, and also winning the Copa del Rey with his side. And that was a really horrible back pass in the end by Spain. It was all the way back by Jeremy Pino himself. Of course, straight back out play. Very, very careless ball by the Crystal Palace player. So now they've conceded a very cheap corner, the third corner of the match here. Iraq is going to be taken from the right hand side. So you could take advantage of it. Across, inside the box, feed away by Mikel Merino. Only goes as far as Mustafa Sardoun. Down the middle. Sardoun gets the ball back inside the centre circle. This time it's picked up by Franz Petrus. Who's another player from Iraqi descent who was born abroad but representing his original country, Iraq. Another try from the right hand side from Sardoun. Not far off from the penalty area. Well picked up here by Kevin Yakub. But he lost the ball in the end, and in retaliation on Mikel Merino considered a free kick. Played quickly here by Spain. Mikel Merino is now the captain of the squad. Just inside his own half. So the ball cuts through down the middle. And to find Pabil. Just as far as the halfway line. Well, inside the last 12 minutes of the match. Of course, both sides will learn so much from here. Of course, the last match for Spain is going to be against Peru in the States before they start their campaign in the Group H alongside Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia and Uruguay. While Iraq, the next game, the final preparation, of course, is going to be against Venezuela, also in the States, when they leave Spain in the next couple of days before they face a group of death. Group I now is alongside Norway, France and Senegal. Of course, rightly so, everyone's writing them off, but you never say never in football, of course. I think it's quite fair to say today, Iraq, even with lack of possession, but they're definitely coming out with the good results here away to Spain in the home turf. And now Mikel Merino, lovely ball forward, been chased by number 8, Garcia, but Jalan Hassan, the captain, come way outside of his own 6-yard box to pick that one up. Good goalkeeping by the 35-year-old. Of course, he won plenty of trophies inside his own country. Of course, so many players were missing. They were watching from the bench. David Raya. And now Iraq, Yusuf Al-Amin coming forward deep inside the Spanish half. Not far from the penalty area. He thought of the shot, but that was a brilliant defending by Yeremy Pino. Brilliant defending, because Al-Amin came with pace. And now Spain coming forward from Rodriguez. And that was very good defending by the number 2, Bryn Salaka. In fact, the referee has given a free kick. It was a slightly challenge in the end by the Iraqi defender. And Ruben Salaka has acknowledged that. And he gets another yellow card here. 34-year-old. He's playing in Thailand in the last couple of seasons. For Port FC, he's playing his 45th match here for Iraq. He's a much-travelled player across the world. He started with Radinski in Serbia, Radinski Niš, before moving to FC Seoul in South Korea, and then moved to Birmingham United. And now he's playing for Port FC. Of course, he won the Thai League as well twice, 2 seasons in a row, 2022 and 2023. That was with Birmingham United. Now the Spanish player, still down injured at the moment. Number 25. Jesus Rodriguez from that Salaka's challenge. We're inside the last 9 minutes of the match. Just a reminder, still 1-1 here between Spain and Iraq in La Coruña. Torres in the 16th minute here for the onside, and Toski, the left back, in the 27th minute for Iraq. Like I said, there's plenty of players who are missing today. Cucurella, David Raya, Lamine Yamal. We're all watching on the bench today, not taking part, of course. And Pedri as well. We have seen plenty of substitutions. The whole 11 all changed from both sides at the moment. And of course, as far as Spain's concerned, plenty of youngsters using the advantage of playing on home soil. They're going to take a free kick very, very shortly. And it seems like Jesus Rodriguez seems to be okay. And now Spain switching the ball to the left-hand side from Eric Garcia to Torrientes. The ball once more to Garcia, just inside the centre circle. And now Xavi Rodriguez, long ball forward, but it's a bit too much here for Rodriguez, and straight in the hands of the keeper, Jalal Hassan. The Al Zawraa keeper, who came on at half-time, replacing Basel. Low ball forward, deep inside the Spanish half. Well kept in here by Jassim, but couldn't get in the end of it. It was half controlled by the 22-year-old, and now Spain once more. Eric Garcia sending the ball down the middle, picked up by Guerra. Lovely ball forward to Marino, switching the ball to the left-hand side to Jeremy Pena, and that was a sliding challenge by the Iraqi defender. I meant to get a clearance out of it, but Eric Garcia. Torrientes down the middle, deep inside the Iraqi half, to Pibil, to the right-hand side, to Rodriguez once more, just couldn't find a space. Al-Amin was right in front of him. And now the ball goes inside its centre circle here for Spain. Plenty of possession in the match. Of course, the scoreline is still 1-1. And now Xavi Guerrera down the middle, lovely play by Moreno. It was brought down, referee says play on, and now Iraq trying to start an attack here inside their own half with Kevin Yakub. In the end, careless pass by the 25-year-old Aarhus player. He's been there since last summer, playing the top Danish league. Very talented midfielder. And now Spain trying to get through down the middle, on the edge of the penalty area. And then it was Gonzalo Garcia was brought down on the edge of the box, but the referee says play on. Seen it as a very good challenge here by the Iraqi defender. Now Iraq from the left to Franz Putras. He lost the ball again. It's all a bit of a carelessness that we've seen so many times throughout the match, but they got away with it so far, Iraq. But Spain haven't taken advantage of it only once, and that was a goal from Ferran Torres. And now Pibil, just inside the Iraqi half, down the middle to Xavi Guerrera, inside the centre circle with Eric Garcia, the Barcelona man, sending the ball forward to Mikel Merino. Of course, Merino, he's been absolutely brilliant for Arsenal. Did suffer a bit of an injury towards the second third of the Premier League. And now Jeremy Pena on a shot from about 25 yards, but it goes way into the stands. It's not really one of the best shots you've seen by the Crystal Palace man. It'll be a goal kick, of course. He did move from Villarreal last summer, Jeremy Pena, and moved to Palace, scoring 4 goals for the Eagles in the end last season. And now Iraq with Jassim, lovely play on the left hand side of the penalty area. Sent the ball back, managed to find Franz Putras as well. Now switching the ball to the right hand side, Iraq with Yunus, the centre back. Gets the ball back just inside his own half here. Of course, Franz Putras also started his career in Denmark, but he has moved to Persib Bandung in Indonesia. There's quite a lot of big Iraqi contingent in Sweden and Denmark, hence quite a lot of them has come from that part of the world. And now Spain coming from the left hand side, across the ball down the middle, and now it's good defending by Yunus. He cleared the ball away. It was a lovely play here by Sergio Gomez. They're going to get their 5th corner of the match on the left hand side. Good play by Sergio Gomez. Wait and see if Real Sociedad player with his corner from the left inside the 6-yard box, headed away by the defender as far as the centre circle. Now goes to Roman, who's well outside his own penalty area here. Here, Roman. Now we're inside the last 3 minutes by stoppage time, of course. Still 1-0 between Spain and Iraq. And now Spain piling under pressure at the moment over the last few minutes. They're definitely looking for a winner, and Iraq are relying on the counter-attack. And now that was a terrible pass here by Torrientes. Passing between two Spanish players. Ball goes out play, and now Iraq inside their own half here. Long ball forward by Solaka, but straight into the Spanish defenders. 569 passes completed for Spain so far, in comparison to 248 for Iraq. Doesn't really tell you the whole story, especially when people are looking at the scoreline at the moment. It's one apiece. Marco Bell, can he change something inside the centre circle? To Garcia. Just playing inside the last 2 minutes here, and now managed to find Rodriguez on the right hand side, just halfway through inside the Iraqi half. Trying to chip the ball, but it's one intercepted by Iraq, and now Ali Jassim nearly lost the ball here, but it's good defending in the end by the Iraqi player. And now Ruben Solaka to Potros. It was a bad pass in the end, but it was good defending by Xavi Rodriguez, and the ball goes out play. It's going to be thrown for Iraq on the halfway line in the left hand side. It's going to be Franz Potros going to be taking that throw in. Throw forward, trying to find Hussein, but it's good defended and cleared by Pabal. And now another chip in by the Iraqi player, picked up by Marino, and Marino's been brought down. And it's going to be a free kick for Spain, just inside the Iraqi half. It's a late challenge by Kevin Jacob on Marino. Spain get the ball quickly. Eric Garcia deep inside the Iraqi half, on the left hand side with Sergio Gomez. Cross the ball inside the box, headed away by Yunus again. Again, this time as far as Torrientes. Time is running out here for Spain. Final winner at home soil before they head to the States. And now Rodriguez. Spain down the middle. Pibel once more. This time, Pibel really trying to find for some options here. Managed to find Garcia, who's just ahead of him. And now Torrientes. All the Iraqi players back, and boss ball forward, but it's well intercepted by Iraq, and Iraq get the free kick. It was pulled by Jeremy Pino on the Iraqi player. That was Yusuf Al Amin, so it'll be free kick deep inside their own half in the final seconds of the 90. We'll be finding out how many minutes of stoppage time to be added on, but the free kick will be taken by the goalkeeper Jalal Hassan. And it's going to be 3 minutes of stoppage time that we just entered. Still time. Jalal Hassan, long ball forward, deep inside the Spanish half. Flicked forward by Ayman Hussein. Cleared away by Spain. The ball still up in the air. Headed forward. Iraq trying to keep the ball in and managed to do so. And now they lost the ball, but it was lucky for Franz Butchers that there was no space behind him for the Spanish player to go around him. And now Spain with Garcia once more down the middle, still inside their own half of Spain. To Guerrera, long cross towards the right hand side of the penalty area, picked up by Rodriguez, number 25, trying to go around Putras, but he's still with the ball. But in the end, it was good defending here by the Iraqi, and it's going to be thrown for Iraq, not far from the left hand corner flag. You just go down from the push from the back, but the referee saw nothing wrong with it. It was right in front of the linesman as well. And now Hussein, and now they're trying to go on a counter-attack through Jassim. It was a challenge on Jassim. Jassim goes down, he's up again, but the referee says play on, and now Spain, they've got just over a minute and a half here to get a winner. Torrientes switching the ball to the right hand side, not far from the right hand side of the penalty area with Jesus. Lovely play here. Jesus Rodriguez cutting through down the middle, trying to find Torrientes. Torrientes trying to get the cross inside the 6-yard box, and eventually they clear it away as far as Ali Jassim. And Jassim trying to clear the ball away, and he managed to do so. Now Iraq trying to go to counter attack, but that was good defending by Abak Pabil. It's going to be throw in for Iraq, just inside their own half on the left hand side. Got a minute left out of the 3 minutes of stoppage time to be played. A throw forward, managed to throw down from Hussein, hoofing the ball forward in the edge of the penalty area, headed away by Garcia. And in the end, Mikel Merino gets the ball back. We're inside the minute. Switching the ball to the right hand side. This could be the last chance here for Spain or Iraq to get a winner here. Of course, Spain are much more likely to do so. Now Sergio Gomez, deep inside the Iraqi half. Just about 30 seconds left. Down the middle here. So Yeremy Pena, he lost the ball and now it's picked up by Iraq. Can they get a chance here with Iqbal? Cross the ball on the halfway line. And Iqbal, ball forward. And this time managed to find Yusuf Amin from the right hand side of the penalty area, trying to cross the ball. And it was well defended by Gomez. And the ball hasn't gone out yet. It has now, and it's going to be a goal kick for Spain. Yusuf Al-Amin waited the ball to go back out of the play, but ball stuck on the line. And now, as we speak, the referee from Germany whistles for full time. It wasn't much of an entertaining match here. Luido Fuentes, man, and Graham Arnold's, both sides heading to the World Cup finals. The views had so many substitutions. Of course, Spain tonight, plenty of players missing. But it's been a great performance with about 80% possession for the Spaniards. But Iraq scored a brilliant goal in the 27th minute through Doski to equalise Ferran Torres' opener. But in the end, it finished all settlement here in La Coruña. Full time here in this international friendly. Finished Spain 1, Iraq 1.